Well, this is Stay City, a huge immigrant hotel here in Manchester. But look at all these tents here. It's just unbelievable, isn't it? You know, it's sad to see so many people living in tents like this, you know, whether it's locals who can't afford housing or new arrivals struggling to find a place to stay. You know, it just shows how tough things have gotten. And it's not about pointing the fingers at individuals. You know, it's about how our systems are failing to plan and provide for everyone properly. Even down here, look at this. Oh my God, there's 1, 2, 3, 4 tents down there. Let's go up here and have a look. There's more than 4 up here. You know, just shows we obviously need real solutions, you know, affordable housing, better support, smarter policies, not just these quick fixes. This is unbelievable, this. Yeah, I definitely think these tents are definitely making a bit of a political statement, maybe, you know, outside the Stay City Hotel here. But you know, whatever your stance on immigration, it's quite sad, isn't it? There's more here, look. Flipping heck. Welcome to the Wellington statue here in Manchester. Just some dodgy characters around this part of Manchester. I used to think of Manchester as like a little bit similar to Liverpool, and I suppose it still is in some ways quite similar, but I'd say Manchester now is probably more like London in more ways than it is Liverpool, which is just crazy. But yeah, I do like what they've done here in Manchester, in the gardens. Something had to be done. I know this happens every year, but if only they had something, you know, permanent like this here, and keep all the drug dealers and the aggressive addicts away from here, it'd be a really nice place. There seems to be more markets down here also. You have your free Islamic literature with the, I don't know if that's the Lord's Prayer ringing out over. Let's see what's over here. Some new shops, I think. Holland and Barrett. You know, Andy Burnham came into office, you know, the Manchester, or is it Greater Manchester mayor. You know, he came into office promising to tackle, you know, homelessness and make Greater Manchester, you know, a fairer place for everyone. 8 years on, I think it's fair to ask, you know, has he delivered? You know, we still see people sleeping rough in Manchester city centre. I know we get that in every city, don't get me wrong, it seems, especially down there, it seems so rife. You know, tents line the streets on Cable Street that we've seen. You know, and just many. Just, I don't know, just the city centre just doesn't seem safe at all. Of course, there's been initiatives, I get it. But for a city that, you know, prides itself on compassion and progress, you know, the result doesn't match the promises, in my opinion. This is just an outsider's opinion, Andy, if you're watching this. It just doesn't feel like Manchester used to feel, I'll be honest. It's not about blaming one man, by the way. It's not just on Andy himself. But leadership, you know, means that, you know, you have to accept that accountability. Surely. Let me just zoom in over here. We've seen it all before, but you know, if you campaign on social justice, people expect real change, not just plans and press releases, you know. And in my opinion, Manchester deserves action that genuinely lifts people, you know, off the streets into stable lives and feel safer on the streets also, because right now, I'll bet you not many people feel safe here. I'll guarantee you. You know, and that's what the people were promised, wasn't it? And that's what they should demand. So this homeless team that we're seeing here is Homeless Aid UK, who I have been out with within my very own city of Liverpool. And it's good to see them out on this Saturday night in Manchester with plenty of hot drinks and refreshments. I also know in that black suitcase there will be clothes.
Where are you?
In the entry.
I'm just gonna put this in.
There's foreign voices everywhere as well, by the way. These are all drug dealers, absolutely no doubt. Crazy place. Absolute crazy place. And nothing's kicked off, nothing's happened. I must admit, I am waiting for that. I am feeling it. I'm feeling it's very tense. Even if I hadn't seen, you know, the videos of each DJ, you know, you get a bit of stick for having bodyguards, but you know, it wouldn't surprise me. It doesn't surprise me, I'll be honest. You know, as these would all stick together, no doubt. You know, we've seen that fight here with that other YouTuber with the long hair, and they all turned on that. I you know, I don't want to mistake him or her, whether it was trans or I don't know, but you know, I'll call her a lady for now. You know, they all turned on her and were hitting her with crutches, and you know, she was good on her. In my opinion, she had them all off. She blasted them all. In my opinion. This is the back of Stay City Apartments. I didn't realise how big it was. It is absolutely huge. God, I don't know how many rooms there must be, but you know, there's definitely going to be a couple of hundred people in there, a few hundred people. You can see them all inside, chilling. I'll take a walk up Cable Street and let's have a look what's up here, eh? I think I've counted 11, maybe 12 tents here. You know, it is November now, and this is just gonna get ridiculously cold, isn't it? Even though for November it's been very, very mild, there's still some round here also. So there's more. It's about 13, 14. That's just on this strip. There's some down that other road as well. Get yourself a new pair of shoes here on your walking boots. Well, it's not as mad as like people make out. Don't get me wrong, there's dodgy characters, there's some strange characters, but you know, as for the kickoffs and all that we see, I haven't seen any kickoffs. I honestly haven't even seen any flashing lights, which is bizarre for a Saturday night in any city. There's definitely some dodgy characters just lurking about though, don't get me wrong. Even the ambulance is off. That's been there a while now. Some dodgy cats over here, look at all these lads. Even over here, outside the most dangerous McDonald's, as Charlie Veach would say. So many Just Eat workers though. So many delivery drivers. You know, how the hell can these be making money? You know, it's not it's a simple question that I'd love to know the answer to. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22 bikes just there, and then there's more over there. How are they making any money?
Why are we this way? Oh, why are we this way? Book it now.
Just a few dodgy characters. Down there we counted like 22 Just Eat bikes or delivery bikes just yards up the road. So many more. So many more. Look at all these. Here's the first police van that I've seen coming into the garden, so